Did you get into like late 90s, early 2000s music?
Still am.
Like what?
Dude. Free Britney Spears, dude.
She's free? I would have paid at least $20.
Fine free.
No,
there was some good
free
bands.
enough to dance with knives.
Hmm.
Have you not seen that video?
When she dances with knives?
Yeah.
Is it the one where she's like doing it herself?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I think I have.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've never seen somebody so good at Fruit Ninja in my entire life. She's fantastic.
is she? Nice. Yeah, there was some good music back then.
Like what?
Well,
I know you were a big NSYNC and Backstreet Boys fan.
Sugar Ray did come out in 98 or 99, so they were right there on that cusp, man.
It was a little before that because we definitely talked about it during my working years at Miller's Outpost. So they were out in like 96, 97.
2000 was there's a seminal.
Hoobastank has to be right around 2000, yeah. Oleander was 2000-ish.
I want to say 97 was Hoobastank. The Ultimate Stank.
Internet Challenge. Did I ever tell you that my friends and I used to do that? We had one friend that would always say ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
I was his best man. But he would always say ridiculous
Stop bragging.
Well,
I just wish I could get married again so I wouldn't make you my best man.
who would you make your best man?
I don't know, because you keep throwing these best man shits in my face.
Probably Jaden, honestly. But
He is my best man. I'm going to tear up now.
except that you'd be stupid enough to make Guillermo your best man. But no, he used to always say ridiculous shit. So every time he said something ridiculous, we started saying Internet Challenge. So then anytime any of us said anything ridiculous, we would say Internet Challenge. And everybody got to get their phones out and check what the actual fact was instead of the fake fact that they had just spit out.
Yeah, you talked about that before. Hoobastank, they were formed in 94, but they didn't get signed until 2001. There you go.
Heyo.
I actually really liked those guys when they first came out. I think they got huge with that one hit, but I think they were underrated as a band.
Well, one of the groups during that time had a song that you couldn't turn around without singing. It was almost like a Wilson Phillips song or something. But
Whoa. Are these boys?
they were boys then, yeah.
Were they blonde?
Yeah. They've come back a little bit because there seems to be a video going around of them
They're older now.
playing like an acoustic version of this song.
Yeah, they are straight up men now.
They are men now. They're men in tights. Tights.
We've given these guys a shout out before too.
We have. But their song, you couldn't turn on the radio without hearing it. I'm pretty sure it was on country stations and rap stations at the same time when it probably shouldn't have been because it wasn't either of those styles of music.
And it was so poppy, sugary, delightful, happy that by the time you're the second chorus, you've heard it enough.
The song was so good, they were probably on multiple months in a row's cover of Tiger Beat magazine.
They were talented. Or they are talented guys. But my God, that song was one of those ones like by the time you got to the end of the song, you're like, okay, I've heard that enough. I don't ever have to hear that song again. And then 10 minutes later, it was back on MTV. Or
We got another song like that. I feel like Achy Breaky Heart is like that for me. Like,
oh God.
the first time I heard it, it's like, I don't like country, but that's not bad. And then it played literally on repeat.
It's
all day, every day.
It's an awful song. When it came out and it was big, I get why it was so big, Achy Breaky Heart, but it's a goddamn nursery rhyme. There's no talent to writing that song whatsoever.
Are you saying there's no talent to writing nursery rhymes?
Actually, no. So you were bringing up Hanson.
I was bringing up Hanson, not just known for their fruit juices,
Ooh.
which I think is spelled differently anyway.
Yeah.
No, they had a big hit song called Mbop. Huge hit.
But is that a slang word?
No, but half of it is.
No.
M&M's
candy.
No. Actually, half of it, the half that you just talked about, when said like 5 times in succession, was another hit song from the late 90s by Crash Test Dummies. Yes?
Should we do it?
What?
I couldn't believe that song was a hit. And then you start singing it and you're like, okay.
Weird Al's version of it is
Oh, that's right.
Fucking gold. So good. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about bop.
Biddity bop, biddy boop, diddy boop.
Yeah, that, what you just did is not a bop.
It isn't?
No.
It could be.
But I just recently found out there's a second meaning to this. So
I don't know. I'm ready for
Let's
bop.
take it to the music and come back with some bop.
I'm your DJ Dan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I'm Mixmaster Matt.
Fuck, that's a good one.
I know.
Oh,
And this is Hang Out with your Slang Out.
Woohoo! Wiki, wiki. Wiggity, wiggity, whack. Bop, huh?
Uh-huh.
So what do you got for bop?
Well, so the one that I had always heard prior to a couple weeks ago was when a song's really good, you would call that song a bop.
And I think that's kind of old, right? I would say
Maybe. I don't know. Like I don't think I heard it till recently. Well, I shouldn't say recently, a couple years ago, but that was the only thing I had ever heard.
Yeah, bop used to reference a good song, to say that that song is really good, which I would think that definition and the actual meaning of like bopping something, like you hit something, like people used to say you get bopped on the head or something like that. That's what I would probably think of second.
Right. Like when you were playing what was a game where you hit the gophers?
The mole.
Or moles, yeah. Whack-a-mole.
Yeah, whack-a-mole. But I've already pulled up Urban Dictionary.
We could make a knockoff version called Bop a Badger.
A knockoff virgin?
We could make a knockoff virgin.
They already did that. His name's Jesus.
That's not a knockoff virgin. Anyway, go ahead.
Blasphemous. The holy bop.
The holy bop?
I'm jumping on Urban Dictionary, my best friend.
Ud.
The ud. And bop, which seems like a really innocent term.
Well, let me tell you, friend, it ain't. Go ahead.
No. So there's there's the nice ones, like when the song's beat is so dope, you got to bounce to it a little bit. Bop. Yeah, that makes sense.
Ooh, we should do dope later. Go ahead.
But it is now referred to a name to call a female who gives head to anyone. They call them a bop because when they give head, they bop their heads.
Oh, you know what's funny about that? I hadn't heard that one. Also, for all of you using it that way, Bob is the word.
Well, what about Bob?
So
it's a shout out.
So just for a moment, if we can all back that up and realize that the word you're using does not mean what you think it means.
Holy crap, that worked. Just went back in time like 2 seconds.
Yeah. I do not think that word means what you think it means.
Bob.
Now, what I had heard, did you find this one yet? Go ahead.
Any woman that you can sleep with easily. Slut, hoe, jump off.
Also not what I had heard. I had heard, and maybe by extension it could get to that level, but the one that I had heard recently was a woman, or I guess person specifically, but woman more specifically, that will only take selfies, like does not take any other kind of picture.
I haven't seen that yet. And I think you said that when you brought up the word a while back. Bop, a dance usually seen at parties or fiestas. Also seen when a person is turning up. Known regularly in Chicago. So is that a thing in Chicago?
I don't know.
A long or short walk to a certain destination, a bop. I've heard that before. So this is just Urban Dictionary. So I didn't just do a regular, like just Google it. Bop slang.
Okay. So on Twixie, they did a thing called What Does Bop Mean on TikTok?
There we go. Yeah.
And the definition, a bop, by this definition, is a body, confident, even promiscuous individual who shares lots of images and videos of themselves.
Yeah, I just found that too.
So
somebody who posts
promiscuity, not necessarily a trait of it, but somebody that definitely flaunts for the camera, if you will.
Somebody who posts their body on the internet. Yeah. Which I haven't heard that being used that way yet. or maybe I have. Maybe I got to start paying attention.
It would help.
So, like, for posting your body.
I feel like this is an episode that I wish Jaden was here for, because I feel like he and or his group of friends would be more likely to use this than like the kids would.
Well, here, check this out. I will text him right now.
Is that how the internet works?
Somebody told me it is. Oh, oh my goodness. I love my son. Okay.
I want to know if who's he out with right now?
Hugo and John as boys.
So I'd be interested as to whether or not he let them talk on this also.
Okay. So I just texted my son. And he said, yes, I have heard of the word bop or used for slang. And he's got a couple smiley laughs going on. So I told him to explain it. And this is what he has said.
Explain it. How would you explain bop?
A bop is like a tree or a whore, bro. Someone who's for the team. A bop.
Yeah, for the team.
Or like someone's like a doorknob because everyone gets a turn type shit.
Fucking doorknob.
Thank you, boys.
For the record, not everybody gets a turn on a doorknob. Like if you don't have hands.
That was perfect.
That was perfect. Now go wash all of your mouths out with soap.
Yes. Oh, to be young and dumb again.
Let us never speak this term again.
I should have known that they would have thought it as the naughty thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that they did, because I think it would have been easy to be like, oh, it's just a song that slaps.
Yeah. Well, that old people would say that. Not anymore. Which sadly, we've discussed this before. More than half of these words tend to have some kind of bad sexual reference or has changed to that. Even innocent words that we were like, we discussed nut before and stuff like that.
Right. Everybody.
Should I send him drive safe, don't rape?
Maybe. Oh, speaking of, not directly because different comedian when I say this.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see who this coming guest is on Smartless? We saw this comedian recently.
Didn't it just? Oh, was it Nate?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that he was coming. Oh, I can't wait. He's been on a lot of things.
I went to click on it because it's already, how they populate ahead of time on Apple because they.
Or you can listen to it earlier on Wondery
if you have a subscription.
Yeah,
subscription. Now I can't talk.
Can't wait.
Yeah, so I'm really pumped for that one. They had Henry Winkler this week.
That's it. That's the one I was trying to think of.
Oh God, I love that guy.
I can't wait to listen to that. Chad Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
His new Netflix episode is episode. It comes out next week, the 16th, I think.
We should make a new slang term called episode.
Which is weird because he had two specials recorded, and he put one of them out on YouTube. He said he was waiting for his team to put out the second one, and he's been showing a lot of clips, and I think that's the second one. I don't think it's going to get distributed because this new one, it might be a lot of the stuff we heard when we just saw him. I'm hoping it's more newer stuff because he tends to do stuff. He tends to write really quick.
Did we tagged him recently?
No, but we can in this one.
Yeah, we can.
And he's got his new tour. He hasn't come by here yet. So
if you like to laugh, and if you listen to this, you probably don't. Chad Daniels, that guy will make you laugh.
Yeah.
Or you're a terrible person.
Yes. Honestly, if you're a terrible person, you'll actually like a lot of his humor.
Yeah, you might like it a little more. Did you live with your mom too long?
Taylor Tomlinson just said she just finished doing a photo shoot for her upcoming big tour and be ready for the dates to come out. So
nice.
Which will probably be irately expensive, and she'll probably be doing arenas now that she's got her TV show.
Her TV show is pretty funny, though.
Yeah, it is.
And I like it because it's a break from the normal late night stuff. It's completely different.
Yeah, a lot of it depends on who she has on, which she's had Chad Daniels and his significant other, Kelsey Cook, which we're going to be
on the same episode, I think.
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing her in October. Forget when her tickets are coming through.
Perfect.
But Bop, you heard Bop.
Okay, so going with the older term that we knew more.
Yeah.
You got 3 bops.
You want me to go old school, like 50s bops? Because that's when
that's
they probably
more doo-wop than bop.
Oh, that was way too much rhyming in one sentence. Doo-wop, de-bop, de-dee-doo-da. Ooh, that was pretty good.
Sure.
You should have seen his face. It lit up. It was beautiful.
I've got one locked and loaded that is going to blow your mind. If you know the song, is going to blow your mind. And assuming you ask me.
My favorite. So I'll never know. Just write down a piece of paper. I'll read it later.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll put it in a piece of paper and a
I
fortune
can't-
cookie because then maybe you'll fucking see it.
anything the Ace of Base released, those were bops.
Like I saw the sign.
A bop, total bop.
Okay.
Do you remember a band called The Cores? The Cores?
Yeah.
They had a song called Breathless.
Mhm.
That was a bop.
Sure.
I
You
don't
were
remember
picking the most off the wall shit. I did not expect that to come from you. Go ahead.
and I can't remember the name of the rap artist that did this, but it was my jam. His song was called Somebody Farted.
Oh,
You heard it?
Oh,
I love you, dude.
Somebody farted.
Oh, that was the best song ever. And it was on Spotify, and it's not there anymore.
I'm surprised that you're surprised that I heard it. Like that song hit at the exact time that all jokes were only about poop and farts.
I didn't realize it was that big.
Yeah,
It was in Kingman, dude. It was like nobody other than in our band.
you're right. Kingman is sort of like Venus, where like music gets there 50 or 60 years after it actually happens.
Mhm. It was so funny when
Elvis is huge there.
when Lowriders finally hit, like in 2015.
Nailed it.
Oh, it was the best, dude. Oh.
Like,
All right, what do you got? Bop me.
all right. So the one that I had locked and loaded that I'm going to throw out to you is Cantaloupe by Us Three.
I don't know if I know that.
Okay, we'll play it off air, obviously, because we don't want to get sued by the
Cantaloupe?
numbers. Cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe. Us Three is the band?
Uh-huh.
The group?
Mhm.
It's going to be a song I know. I bet y'all know it.
Probably.
As soon as I hear it.
OPP by Naughty by Nature.
That's a bop.
Oh,
Oh, shoot. What was the song that had everybody at the beer house the other night? House of Pain?
Jump around.
Was that song that just lit everybody up? That's a bop.
That one and
Oh, Jesus. The Bon Jovi song?
yeah, Living on a Prayer.
Had middle-aged men doing air guitar in the middle of this place.
One middle-aged man whose name is Daniel Messersmith.
No. I was doing my one-arm drumming for Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Dunk, dunk, dunk,
Push the computer. Click, 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 click.
dunk, dunk.
He's the greatest drummer alive.
It's the greatest one-armed drummer alive, probably.
It's funny how their sound sounded like
Robot.
robots after he lost that arm. Yeah. Teach his own. It's a hell of a bop.
Shouldn't have gone surfing. I'm assuming that's what happened, right?
No,
Shark attack.
he was drinking and driving.
Oh.
Well, he wasn't. He was just in Iraq. I can't back those.
He was in
facts.
Iraq.
How else do you lose an arm?
Diabetes.
Iraq and Iran.
Ah,
Remember those days you get smacked in the balls?
no.
Oh. All right. You were talking about
Third one was anything by Huey Lewis in the News.
sing that one.
No, not the song. The song's not. I'm saying any song that they released.
Oh, I was like, I don't know that song.
Yeah.
I know This Is It.
That's
That's
a
like
bop.
doo-wop, right?
That's a doo-wop bop
Huey. That's a great video too. That's where they're in the
in the sand with their
sand
heads
on the
going.
beach. I actually might use this word. Not for the
Not for what Jaden and his boys said.
Yeah.
Right. For the other thing.
yeah, because that's the earliest way for me to go to the grave.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I haven't done in a while?
What's that?
Pob. That's it backwards.
Oh, right.
That used to really work. That worked well for our fans. They really liked when I used to say the words backwards.
Yeah, but that's when we didn't have any fans.
You sure?
So it could be now. I don't know.
Our OnlyFans?
Do we have an OnlyFans?
Should we have an OnlyFans?
I wonder if we could sell us saying weird shit to people.
With pictures of our feet.
I don't want to use the feet, especially your
Hands?
fucking feet. Your broke ass toe.
Well, you do have the glizzy modeling hands.
I do not have glizzy modeling hands.
Yes, you do. When Tyler, look at his hands. But you don't want a girly hand. Oh, maybe you do on a glizzy. I thought you wanted a big, beefy man hand on a kielbasa.
But why on a kielbasa?
Huh? Well, do you want just a regular little Oscar Mayer on that?
What's
No,
that?
you need the Jumbotron, dude. You just boom. We're talking baseball bats. Those 12-inch glizzies that you get at the ballpark.
Footlongs.
Those are ballpark hands, dude.
You just upset somebody.
Hey, Jesus. Who was looking down on us last time? It was like David Bowie and
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think it was our dads.
Yeah,
You said something. Your dad was like, mm-hmm.
Damn right.
Screw this kid. Yeah, I don't know if I'll try to use it. I'll try to use it appropriately. Not like my
Good.
son.
We do like when you use things appropriately.
That's just the bathroom, though. Right?
Also, bop was a bop.
Yeah, it could probably technically be the ultimate bop. I mean, he'll have some.
It's like a meta bop because it is a bop with bop in its title.
Yeah. I mean, Baby One More Time from Britney Spears is the ultimate bop. Trying to think of the ultimate pop songs. Uh-oh. What's going on? Are we being surrounded here?
No, I'm waiting for her to come up with a bop.
Oh, this is a bop. That's like the best bop.
What is it? What? Oh, jeez. Is that Skibidi, the big kid Skibidi Riz song? Yeah, I tried to avoid that so bad when we were doing Skibidi.
Thank God you did, because I just got really heated really quickly.
Yep. Brings out the worst in us.
Mm-hmm.
Bop brings out the best in us.
What's that Taylor Dane song?
Oh. She had 2 or 3 really big hits, but she had that one really big one.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember it. You should remember this. That's straight up like 90s shit right there.
That's true. No, that was late 80s at best.
I Want to Have Some Fun by Samantha Fox. That's a bop and a half. We don't talk enough about that. Or My Prerogative from Bobby Brown.
Tell It to My Heart.
That's it. That's one of them.
You know what year?
89. 91.
Oh, With Every Beat of My Heart's probably the biggest one. 87 was when Tell It to My Heart came out.
Oh, Ultimate Bop. We could get all the fans with us too. Rick Astley's
Oh,
Never Gonna Give You Up.
there was somebody that had a sticker on their car that said always something. It was like all the opposites of those words.
Was it?
Yeah. And I was like, perfect.
I saw the one where it's like vote for Rick Astley because he'll blank and then they list all the he'll never do this, he'll never do that, he'll never do that. I'm hoping one day people will refer to this podcast as a bop.
Probably not.
I mean, if you would sing a little more, be a little more
I sing more than you do on this
upbeat.
podcast.
What are you talking about?
I sing more than you on this podcast.
Okay,
I feel like it was pretty clear.
Then you sing less, I'll sing more. But you really need to dance.
But I don't want to dance with somebody. Another bop.
Come on, Whitney. Well, maybe. Come on, Whitney.
Come on. That's not fair. We're not talking about Bobby. We're talking about Whitney. She's definitely upstairs.
No, Bobby's going to heaven. You know why? Because he told a story back when she was all cracked out and she was super constipated. She couldn't poop. He had to physically pull poop out of her butt. Now, if he doesn't get to go to heaven for that, I don't want to. There is no God.
That's a closer for an episode if I've ever heard one.
All right. I'm out.
That shit just got real. Literally and figuratively.
Awesome. So who am I?
DJ Dan.
And you're the Fresh Prince, Matt. What
No.
were you? Mixmaster
Mixmaster Matt.
Mixmaster Blaster?
Master Blaster.
Oh,
That was a good game.
that was a good game.
Anyway.
Oh, you're talking about the video game. I was talking about something. I was talking about a whole other bop.
Oh, boy. Wait, you're using the bad bop. We got to get out of here.
All right.
I'm
out.
Matt.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm Matt.
He is Matt, and I'm Dan.
And this was Hangout.
With your slang out, bopping style. Did you see what happened to him?
What happens when you can't make a left? You turn all right, all right, all right. What up? What happened to him?
Matthew McConaughey posted a picture on Instagram, and half of his face was swollen, like twice the size. He got stung by a bee. And he's like super handsome on one side. And you know what? He's still kind of handsome on the other side.
It's just bigger.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty bad. I'm like, wow, that looks really bad.
Was his caption, I'm not an animal. I'm a human being.
He's all, anybody seen my hacky sack? That's what he was like.
Mine was funnier.
What? Shit.
What?
He used
The
to play
Elephant Man isn't funny to you?
He used to play bongos naked, dude.
Didn't we all?
Hmm.
I know Desi Arnaz did.
Naked?
Yeah.
They weren't allowed to show that back then.
Well, no, they didn't show it.
No. It was
But how do
insinuated.
you think he got Lucy?
What do you mean?
I mean, how do you think he got Lucy?
She had some explaining to do.
Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.